She pointed at him, laughing in front of the whole class. "If you pass this test, I'll tear my diploma," she mocked. The room filled with laughter, until the boy stood up and revealed a truth that silenced everyone forever. The classroom was alive with chatter, the kind that makes struggling students feel smaller. At the back sat Armin, a quiet boy whose notebooks were filled with doodles more than notes. His teacher, Miss Clara, had grown frustrated. She called him to the front and handed him a paper. "Armin," she smirked, "if you pass this test, I'll tear my diploma. That's how impossible it is." The whole class burst into laughter. Armin's ears burned. His eyes fell to the floor, yet inside, something stirred. Her words didn't just humiliate him, they lit a fire. That night, while others slept, Armin stayed awake, pencil in hand, whispering to himself, "I'll show them who I am." Armin's life wasn't easy. His father worked late shifts as a driver, and his mother stitched clothes to make ends meet. Books were a luxury, so Armin borrowed old ones from a neighbor's shelf. Every evening, he would sit under the dim light of a flickering bulb, tracing lines of equations and solving puzzles most children avoided. His friends mocked him for trying too hard, but Armin ignored them. He wasn't just studying for a test, he was fighting for respect, for dignity. At times, exhaustion took over, but the memory of the class laughing kept him awake. He whispered his vow again and again. "One day they won't laugh." The classroom was tense. Miss Clara smirked as she placed the test on Armin's desk. She expected another failure, another excuse. "Good luck, genius," she sneered. But Armin didn't flinch. His pencil moved with calm precision, his mind sharper than anyone knew. As the minutes ticked by, whispers filled the room. Students noticed how confident he looked. Miss Clara frowned. When Armin walked up to her desk with his finished paper, silence spread. She scanned the answers, her eyes widening with each line. Every solution was correct. Every step flawless. For the first time, Miss Clara had no words. The boy she mocked had outsmarted her test. The class erupted in disbelief. "He passed!" one student shouted. Another whispered, "No, he aced it!" Miss Clara's face turned pale. The memory of her bold promise echoed in the room. "If you pass this test, I'll tear my diploma." Dozens of eyes stared at her. The pressure was unbearable. Slowly, with trembling hands, she picked up her diploma hanging on the wall. A paper that represented years of pride. She looked at Armin. His eyes weren't mocking, just calm and steady. In that moment, Miss Clara realized her cruelty. And with one sharp rip, the diploma tore. The class gasped. What was meant to humiliate Armin had turned into his greatest triumph. After class, Miss Clara approached Armin. "I was wrong," she admitted softly, her voice breaking. "You are more than what I saw." For the first time, she smiled at him with respect. The classmates who once mocked him now crowded around, asking how he did it. But Armin didn't boast. He simply said, "Believe in yourself, even if no one else does." That single line left a mark deeper than the test itself. Years later, Armin's name was remembered not as the boy who failed, but as the boy who proved that genius often hides behind silence. And Miss Clara's torn diploma remained a reminder, for her, and for everyone, that mocking a dreamer can awaken greatness.